This is to explain sampling to you out of chapter 1.3. A random sample is where you just randomly pick people, or you assign people a number and you randomly pick some numbers. And so each person has the same chance of being selected. Stratified samples are a little different. You're going to break into groups or subsets according to some strata. So these are some characteristics. It might be age, gender, ethnicity, or even political preference. Let's say that I broke a group into female and male. Well, what you'd do is you'd go to that sample and you'd select some people and talk to them. Not all of them, some of the females and some of the males. Here's another example. You divide a county into 3 groups. You question low income, middle income, and high income, and you take some people out of each group. And you question some people out of each group. The next kind is the clustered strata or sample. Stratified and cluster samples get mixed up a lot of times. This one you should fall naturally into your subset, like north, south, east, or west, or brown eyes, or blue eyes, or green eyes. And what you do is you break the population into groups, and then you go around and you question all members of some of the clusters. It might not be just one. Like I could question the north, the south, and the east, and maybe not question the west. So with stratified, remember, it's this type of division, and you go around and you sample or question some people out of each group. With cluster, you break them into groups naturally, and you question everybody in some of the groups, but you don't question all groups. The next kind is the systematic sample, and that one's pretty simple. You assign numbers, like if you're standing in line, you're 3rd in line, 5th in line, or 100th, or whatever. And I might take every 3rd person. That's the way state troopers do that. They will stop cars, a lot of times according to when they're having a road check, like every 5th car. Anyway, there's an advantage to this. It's easy to use. There's a disadvantage. You might find a pattern that kind of skews your data. The last one is a convenience sample, and convenience means that you just take whoever's available. Like if I was coming out of my house and somebody was walking down the street, I just ask that person because they're convenient for me to ask. The disadvantage is this type of sample leads to biased results, and it's not recommended. Here's some questions I want to take a look at. You select a class at random and question each person in the class. Now, you didn't question every class, but you did each person in the class. That would be cluster. The next one, you divide the student population with respect to majors and randomly select and question some students in the major. So you've divided them up, and you're going to question some of them. That's stratified. And then you assign each student a number and generate random numbers. You then question each student whose number is randomly selected. And that one, it sounds like it's systematic, but it's not, because you randomly selected a bunch of different numbers. It wasn't a pattern, so this one is random sample.